Hello everyone and welcome to Jamila's Kitchen. Today we will be making Knafeh, a very popular Middle Eastern dessert. We're going to be using the akkawi white cheese and mozzarella cheese. We're going to soak the cheeses for 6 hours separately and constantly change the water. So my cheese has already been soaked and strained, and now I'm going to crumble it up into pieces. Make sure you strain your cheese very well so you don't have any extra water. So for the shredded phyllo dough, we have to shred it into tiny pieces using a food processor. You can make it tinier depending on the consistency you want. It helps to break apart the shredded phyllo dough before you put it in the food processor. And you don't want to put it all at once, put little by little so it can get shredded the right way. So this is the consistency that I'm looking for. You can shred it a little less or a little more, up to you. Next step, you take some melted butter, and the food coloring is optional, and you brush it on the bottom of the pan. The food coloring is for the people who flip the pan. So I'm not going to be flipping it, so I'm going to add my food coloring with my shredded phyllo dough instead. I have some extra butter in my pan, so I'm just going to put it over the phyllo dough. Now I'm going to use the rest of my melted butter, and I'm going to put it with the shredded phyllo dough, and then I'm going to add my food coloring, and I'm going to mix it very well so it drinks up all the butter. Make sure to mix the phyllo dough with the food coloring really well as well to make sure the color is all one color. So now it's time to put the Knafeh together. So we're going to take some of the shredded phyllo dough and we're going to make a thin layer on the bottom, making sure to cover the pan. Because remember, we're not flipping it, so we don't need a thick layer on the bottom. Make sure your bottom layer is even, so pat it down really good. It's time to spread out the cheese. Make sure you cover all of it. You can use more cheese as well. I only used one of each, but you can use more. It just becomes cheesier and more tastier. Once it's covered with cheese, flatten it out to make sure it's all even in one layer. Add the last layer of your shredded phyllo dough, making sure to cover all of the cheese. Once you cover all the cheese with the top layer, you want to flatten it out really good so you have an even top layer. Bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about half an hour, and you can also tell that it's finished if you stick your knife in and the cheese is soft. You'll know. And you can also broil it if you'd like for just a little bit to give it more color. Once Knafeh is finished baking, add your warm syrup and enjoy. There you have it, delicious Knafeh. Thank you for watching Jamila's Kitchen. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like, and ring that bell too.